All right, so I have this 2011 F250 with a 6.7 liter diesel, and this truck has two batteries, one over there and this one right here. And if you saw my YouTube short video, I'm having a problem where when it sits for quite a bit, a few hours or overnight, when I go to crank it at the ignition, it kind of does like it tries to start and then it stops, kind of like the starter's having trouble. It does it about 2 to 3 times and then it cranks up. But as soon as it cranks up, I turn it back off and I turn it right back on. It starts up like it doesn't have a problem. And it's weird because when I remote started, I don't have that problem. So somebody told me maybe, they saw that I'm using these EverStart batteries. I think these they're from Walmart. It was a mechanic and he said that all his customers have had issues. So these are from June of 2022 and it's we're actually right now August of 24, so they're 2 years old. I think these are 3-year batteries, so that could be potentially the problem. Maybe these batteries, they're in that borderline where they're losing a little bit of that cranking amp, and maybe when I remote start it, for some reason it draws less current, doesn't turn on as much of the lights, and that's why it gets going. And it's just enough to where when I crank it up, it charges them up. So what I'm gonna do, because somebody said, well, go ahead and test them, but I've had this happen where I'll take the batteries off, I'll take them to AutoZone, I'll leave them there charging, and then they'll test them. It happened to me with a motorcycle battery once, and then they told me, no, the battery is good. But then I went to, and it would drain overnight, and then I had trouble with it. So what I ended up doing is replacing that battery, and it solved my problem. So I don't really trust, leaving the batteries and getting them tested at the parts store. So what I'm gonna do to test this, I'm gonna use this jump starter right here, and this right here is actually showing orange. I don't know why that. If I turn this on, it should be green. Maybe it's just this one I charged it a few days, and maybe it's just 3 days, so maybe it's a little low on current. But when I went to connect it, it's showing orange. But nonetheless, it's still gonna give it that extra juice. So what I'm gonna attempt to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on I'm gonna go ahead and do that right there, and I'm gonna attempt to start this truck and see if I still have that ignition problem. And if not, at least you'll get to hear what's going on. But this is the other battery, and the reason why I'm connecting from over there is because the starter is actually on the passenger side, and the electronics right there, the computer is that right there where you see these switches back here. So I don't know, my theory is the closer I put my jump start to the electrical system, maybe it'll work better. So let's go ahead and try it right here. Let me show you what's going on. Okay, so yeah, it started up just fine. And if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, I'm relatively new to the YouTube. I don't know how to tag videos, but I got a YouTube short video where I titled it F250 starting problem, and you'll hear what I'm talking about. It'll just go like a double two to 3 clicks. It won't just start up right up like that. And I even show where as soon as it turns on and I turn it off, it's perfectly fine, And I knew probably wasn't the starter, because if it would have been the starter, as soon as I crank it up and turn it back off and turn it right back on, the starter would be giving me problems. And the fact that it would only do it when it had been sitting for a while, it led me more to believe that it was a battery issue. So definitely, yeah, that's definitely going to be the problem here, because now that I put that extra juice with that jumper, it's not a problem. And this truck's been sitting since yesterday, since 2 o'clock, and right now it's 10:30 in the morning. So yeah, it's had plenty of time to do what it was gonna do. So yeah, I guess that comment was right, guys. These Walmart batteries probably aren't the best. I'm gonna have to replace these. Either way, I've been having they've been leaking a little bit of acid, and that's why on another YouTube short I used that acid battery cleaner and that corrosive protectant to try to eliminate that. But I guess that was some wasted some wasted time there because I'm gonna have to replace these batteries anyways. But well, at least I know what the problem is. So I hope this video helps. You know, a little bit of my experience is definitely that don't trust your auto parts to do the battery test, because I've had it in the past where they'll tell me the battery is good and it's definitely not good. So let me know what's been your experience. What are your batteries of choice? This truck still works fine when I remote started. Should I maybe try to prolong the batteries and just remote start this truck and continue to use them until they finally go dead? And I think I might still be able to get a few months out of it, or should I just go ahead and replace them? I don't really drive this truck that far. It's mainly local. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for supporting the channel.